I gotta get situated here. Ugh. How's everyone doing? You know what? It's day 401 of consistent rebounding for the past over a year now. And I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. I'm sitting here in my living room, and actually, my foot is not comfortable. I'm cramped. All right, so I am in my living room, and I just thought I would talk to you for a bit before I go do my booster bounce for tonight. I already did my 10 minutes for the day for today. And you know what? There's a couple things I want to talk about. One is I just looked back on this day last year, 2023, and I was on day 37 of rebounding consistently. Today I'm on day 401. I also, what else did I notice? I noticed that I definitely looked a little different to myself. And, one thing is that when you're working with the lymphatic system, you just have a lot of like fluid in your body. And I'm definitely seeing how the fluid is kind of shifting. And anyway, also this shirt last year, I tried it on and I wasn't able to wear it. It's super cute. It has, this is like embroidery. It's like stitching. It's raised. It's like 3D. It's so cute. It's just a cute little shirt. And it's fun that I was able to wear it tonight. I have a pair of jeans on. So I just thought I would come and chat with y'all for a minute. As you know, if you watch my channel, you know that I just lost my little 17-year-old dog whose name is Joy. And I'm very sad about that, of course. Clearly, anybody would be. And I'm having to do a couple of things. I am implementing new routines to make my life change more than the kinds of things that I was doing when I had her. And the other thing, and I'm going to tell y'all what those routines are. And the other thing I wanted to say is that I'm focusing on the things that I will now be able to do that I didn't allow myself to do while I had her, because I did not want to leave her with strangers or boarding facilities. So I hardly ever traveled anywhere. A few times in her whole entire life, in 17 years, I only put her in a boarding facility 2 times. One time when she was 3 years old, in 2010. And then the last time I boarded her was recently, September 26th of this year, when she was 16 years old. I boarded her at the same place that I boarded her when she was 3. And that's the last time she's seen that place. And the few times that I've done trips, my mom was alive and I was comfortable leaving her with my mom because she was very used to my mom, but not for very long, like 4 to 5 to 6 days max. So I didn't go anywhere very often in 17 years. I definitely didn't go for a trip longer than a week, for sure. So, and then in some cases, if I went somewhere, like I drove to Wyoming and I took her with me. So she and I drove to Wyoming from Texas. So, I mean, I've done a few things, but I definitely minimized my moving around and adventuring because I had the dog. So now that I don't have her anymore and it's been 17 years, I'm trying to focus on a few of the positives of the things I'll be able to do that I haven't been able to do with her in my life. And frankly, it feels like empty nest syndrome, because even though she's not a physical child, I had that responsibility for 17 years in a row. So that's real similar to what people who have children have to go through. And many times people have children staggered. So they have like the first child goes off at 17, the second child is still coming around on the tail end of that. So, I mean, people go like 20, 30, 20, 25, 30 years, having children at home. So I only had a dog and it was only 17 years. So I realize it's not that big, that much of the same thing. I'm just saying for me, it's my level of empty nest syndrome. Hi, Sonia. Good to see you. Hope all is well there on the East Coast. So I wanted to share with y'all a couple of positives, okay? And it has only been 2 days. So yesterday was my first day to grieve. Today was my second. As I mentioned in another video, and I'm just going to mention it again, is I had always told myself that the moment that my dog passes away, I'm going to implement new routines. And so today I have done 2 days of daily walks outside in the morning, and got that today's walk in. And it's only like 20 minutes in this little route that I'm doing around these schools, but I'm building up, and then I'll build up for further. And, maybe I'll get to the point where I'm doing 1 hour walk a day plus the rebounding. So I'm doing the rebounding. Now I'm adding something new, and I know it's going to kind of shift things, because whenever you do more exercises than before, your body's just using up different muscle groups. And I already feel like I have strong, big muscles from doing the rebounding for the past year. So now I'm going to be using the muscles. And so that's going to, use my glycogen stores, use my blood sugar, so we're going to see how my body's going to change now that I'm adding these new things. The second thing, new routine that I am getting committed to, is eating at home better, because when I lost 90 pounds in 2002, 2003, I ate fresh spinach, baby spinach salads with chicken on them, and or like tilapia. I was eating tilapia back then. Now I wouldn't eat tilapia because I learned about it being farm raised, would not eat farm raised fish. I do eat Atlantic salmon salad, which is a Atlantic wild, or any kind of a wild salmon I will eat, but I'm not eating farm raised salmon. So my thing is that I'm going to eat more spinach salads, because that's how I lost 90 pounds before, is I ate those all the time. So I have started doing that. I went to Costco yesterday, bought the food, bought my big salad bucket, and I bought some chicken, and I went ahead and bought like chicken strips, like chicken finger strips, that are already cut. And so I put them in a glass like pie pan, and then I put them in my what do you call that? It's an air fryer, broiler, baker, toaster, it's like all these things. It's like a countertop oven. It's actually like a French oven. It has French doors that open up like that. It's really cool because it's easy to cook in, and you don't have to heat up the big oven. And then that's a lot of oven for just like a little bitty pan. So I basically cooked the chicken up. I didn't eat it yesterday because I wasn't eating dinner, because I had a late lunch. After the cemetery, I ate a late lunch. And so today I had that ready to go. I just heated up my chicken. I heated it in a skillet on the stove. I don't like to microwave my food. So I don't use the microwave. There is a microwave in this house, but I don't really use it. So I heated up my chicken, and then I put it over my spinach, and I used this nice raspberry vinaigrette dressing that tastes good to me. It's easy to eat my spinach with that. And it reminds me of the time I got my metabolism and my engine burning, and I was just burned. Every morning I would wake up and I would get on the scale and I would drop another pound. And I remember calling my mom like every morning, I dropped another pound, I dropped another pound, and it was like it just kept dropping weight because my body was not holding on to all the fluid. And I was walking an hour in the morning on the treadmill, and I would walk an hour at night on the treadmill. So that formula helped me to lose 90 pounds in like 7 months. So if I really want to drop weight fast, that's what I can do. So I'm taking it slow. I'm just doing a little bit at, with my new routines. I'm kind of edging towards the new year and gearing up for bigger changes in my life in the new year. I am comfortable here at this house, but if I'm going to start traveling more now that I don't have a dog, I don't think I need this big of a house. It definitely doesn't need it to be this big of a house sitting empty. So I'm trying to figure out what my next move is, where I'm going to go, how do I want to set up my life as far as, there's been a couple of thoughts. Like I thought about putting like my keepsake type stuff in a storage unit and just having that be a place to keep things. I have all these chrome racks that I can like put in the storage unit and then have my stuff organized in there, not where you just throw a bunch of crap in a storage unit and lock the door, but a place that's a workable closet, basically, that if I ever needed anything, I would have it labeled and I would know exactly what box, to go get it. I'm thinking about a couple of different things. Like there are people in the area that I live in that have like big houses with mother-in-law suites connected to their homes, like garage apartment type things. I think in like the Northeast, they call them, like Michigan, they call them like carriage houses. They have things like that here. And I thought maybe I'll just put most of my keepsakey stuff in a storage unit and then move into like a mother-in-law suite if maybe the mother-in-law passed away or something. And let's just say it's like $1,000 a month to live in a place like that, maybe less, $700-800. And then if I'm like hardly there, because I'm traveling, then it won't be that big a deal, but I'll have a place to come home to. And that's something that I want. So I'm thinking about, am I really ready for that? Do I want to live like that? Is that something that's doable? I don't know. I'm like questioning all these things to just determine, at what level am I willing to do work. I really would love to have a remote job where they don't care where I live. I just have to get on the computer at certain times of day and work on stuff. So I can travel. So that's definitely in my mind. And anyway, I guess you don't really care about that, but the most important thing I wanted to share is that I'm adding new routines. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk to y'all about. Okay, so I'm adding new routines and I'm doing new behavior. And it feels good to like feel in control instead of like being, depressed and sad about, my loss. I want to focus on what can I gain from now on to make my life better. Even though I had a great 17 years, I'm ready for some change. Okay. Here's what I wanted to talk about. I totally forgot. So I'm commenting. I love when y'all comment on my videos because it helps me have an interaction with y'all. And Honeydew, somebody named Honeydew, I have a feeling it's a man I think it's somebody, I think his name is Scott. I gotta figure that out, but his name on comments is Honeydew. And he and I were chatting back and forth on a few of my videos. And he was telling me that I had motivated him to get on his rebounder. And he was telling me, oh, something I had said to him was, look, be gentle with yourself, take it slow, don't have high expectations. Just do something. Like, don't say, I'm going to do 30 minutes a day. Don't do that to yourself. Set the bar low and over exceed your expectations. So, for instance, if you just tell yourself, I'm going to just do 3 minutes a day. And I think that's what he said. He said he's going to do 3 minutes 3 times a day. And I said, that's a great goal. And the only response I had as a recommendation was that if you find your mind telling yourself that I don't have time for that, I have no minutes. I told him to think, when you have no minutes, that means you do 1 minute. Because 1 minute keeps the routine, 1 minute benefits you, and 1 minute will make you feel good that you did something when you had no minutes to do anything. When you have no minutes, you can squeeze in 1 minute. Okay, so I wrote something like that on a comment to him. And this morning, I saw his reply, and he said, I can't get that out of my head. When I have no minutes, I do 1 minute. He goes, I keep remembering what you said. And I was like, I love it. I love when there's something that I can say that sticks and feels motivational, and it feels inspiring, and it feels like you're able to take action on something that your brain wants you to do this behavior, but your body doesn't want to do it. So 2 days ago, when it was the morning after my dog had passed away, of course, that was going to be a rough night, the first night together without her. I opened the door and out to go walking, and it was raining. And I was like, I could totally have a free pass from anyone who's thinking about this situation. Like, nobody would fault me if I didn't go walking in the rain. But I thought, no, I said I'm going to go walking the first day that my dog passes away. I'm going to put on my raincoat and I'm going to get out there. And if I have to get wet, because like when you're traveling and it's raining and you have plans to go on a tour or something, you don't say, oh, it's raining, I'm not going to go on this tour. I'm just going to stay in my hotel room all day on this trip and not get wet. No, you put your raincoat on and go get wet. You go get wet on the trip, on the travels. So I just decided to do it because I wanted to say that I did it. And so when you get to the point where your integrity is important to you, and so you do things because you care about being honest with yourself and your situation, then that's a very valuable place to come from and to be at, because nothing matters more than what you think about yourself. That's how you get through life feeling good, is by what you think about yourself. A lot of times our ego wants us to worry about what other people think. That's your ego. But really, when you're the true judger of yourself, then you have to make sure that the things that you judge yourself for are things that you're able to live up to, if that makes sense. Okay. So, y'all, it's life is a whirlwind and life is always changing. Things can shift in a flash, and it's really about it's really about surviving life. I haven't finished this book. I just started a couple of months ago and then I put it down and didn't read the rest of it, but it's right here ready to be read. It's about surviving life, surviving what you need when you need it. And today's win is that I'm wearing a shirt that I have never worn before. I took the tags off to wear it, and it feels good to be able to wear a shirt that I haven't worn before. So that means progress. That means I'm going in the right direction, albeit slow, but it's only slow because of my choices. If I were to choose better behaviors, I would be moving faster. So maybe with this new walking regime and the routine and the new spinach salad, I basically have meal prepped, the chicken already. That's where the let's see, there's something new to watch. Let's see, now that I'm a little bit more motivated, let's see if there's any shift that's going to happen in this month, December, and also starting the new year off. And I was just thinking, I'm going to wrap it up, but I was just thinking that if you can, why wait to do better in January when you feel motivated in December? I just say do the motivating things now, get the momentum going. Then when January comes, it'll be just fun. And then the other thing is that if you want to eat the holiday cake or the holiday cookie or whatever, eat it, but just do the rest of the days good and healthy for you. So I just believe in moderation. I don't believe in all this, like, don't enjoy your life. I believe in enjoying your life, okay? But add things that help your body function with the foods that you eat. So, as I always mention, Michael Phelps ate like 10,000 calories a day, but he was working them off. So, if I'm eating 2,000 calories a day and I'm working out more, then my body is going to use it for fuel. So, it's all perspective. So, you just got to figure out what your perspective is and what you're interested in. So, I hope you all are having a wonderful December, beginning of December, and that things are looking up and things are bright. And yes, things are sad for me, but at the same time, I'm trying to look forward and figure out where my life is headed and what I'm going to do next, because this is a huge shift since my mom passed away 2 years ago. She was my priority number one. My life was dedicated to helping her in her old age. My next priority was my dog. Now my dog's gone. So now guess who's the priority? Who? Me. I am going to become my greatest priority. So that's where I'm going to turn my positive energy in on myself. So let's see. Hi, Monica. December's tricky for her. She eats yummy holiday food. Yes. Thanks for answering my question. Who's going to be my priority starting now? Me. That's right. Monica got it right. Oh my God, y'all. I have to tell y'all, YouTube sent me an email this week and it said, we're so happy that you've been contributing as a content creator for the last year. We want to give you a gift. And I had to order the gift by, I'm going to tell y'all what it is because most people probably don't watch my videos this far. But the gift that I ordered, and I hope it fits, is this really like blue and white holiday sweater. And it says YouTube right there in the sweater. It's like a custom made YouTube sweater. And I think it's so funny. I don't love this. It's like got kind of a visual of stripe. It looks almost like stripes, the way that they have the little holiday characters lined up across the body in sections. So anybody over 12 doesn't look good in horizontal stripes. But how fun is it going to be wearing my YouTube sweater? I can't wait to use it. And I have a YouTube sweatshirt coming. They also gave me a sweatshirt for participating in that boot camp. And I got a shopping bag the other day. Isn't that funny? Wear the sweater. Well, of course I'm going to wear the sweater. Y'all are going to get so tired of that sweater. I'm going to be wearing it every day. It's funny. I mean, a lot of content creators, hold their whatever 10,000 subscriber plaque, and there's a 50,000 one. I don't even know all I'm so not close to those numbers. I don't even know what the numbers are. I think there's one for 1 million. When you hit 1 million subscribers, you get one. I think it's like the platinum, the silver, the bronze. I don't know, the gold. I think they're different colors. But anyway, I'm like, I get a sweater. That's what I earned. I earned a sweater. And so I'm going to be so proud of my sweater. And by the way, when I looked back on this day last year, if y'all want to go look at it, it's video number day 37 is today's date last year. And I wanted to see where I was at. I was so close to 500 subscribers. I was talking about that. I was talking about how I'm so close to getting 500 subscribers. And I don't know if y'all remember, but you have to have 1,500 subscribers. And is it 1,500? No, it's 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So people, not only do you have to get people to subscribe, they got to watch your videos. And so that's not easy. So I finally reached the pinnacle around like March, I think it was, or in January I got my 1,000, but I didn't get my 3,000 watch hours until March. So once I got all that, it was like, I could breathe. It was finally, I was just ready to appreciate it. So anyway, guys, do you have any questions or anything? Oh, let me tell you, I was talking to Ginger. Ginger's part of the OG. Sonia is part of the OG. Monica is part of the OG. That means the original Avanti community. And Ginger and I were talking on the phone last week, just catching up. And I've already launched memberships, but I'm really going to start like a membership program in January. And what your $10 a month is going to get you is an event where I'm going to have like a professional hosted event with like, a naturopath doctor or a, Ayurvedic specialist, or like a sound bath person who will do a sound bath for us on Zoom. These will all be like Zoom events. And so your $10 a month gets you all these other things I wrote in there already, but then hosted events. It's like an event ticket, and it's only for members at this point. So And it'll be recorded. So as a member, if you miss it on the day that we do it, you can go back and watch it if you want to. So that's like getting a ticket to an event. So that's what I'm thinking about, is just getting people from all over in natural health. Because the thing about my channel is the one common thing that we have a focus on is people who are interested in natural health remedies. So we'll have, maybe I'll get Dr. Rawls to come on and talk about herbs and how he cured himself from Lyme disease. The people that are going to want to be on an event are the people who have some kind of a business where they might meet a customer from doing the event. So that's probably the only reason, because I'm not paying them to be on the event. And so, if they're not interested in doing it, they're not going to do an event. But there's plenty of people who want to be on a podcast because they're going to get exposure. So there's, nutritionists, natural health people. Maybe I'll get someone from Lumen to come on and talk about it. Who knows? Have you heard about block therapy? No. Tell us about it, Monica. I'll have to look it up. Can you give us like a general comment in here that would be easy for you to respond, type to? Because no, I've never heard of it. Where's my other phone? Let me get my other phone and I'll Google it and see what it says. Hang on. Sorry, my phone. I have another phone right here. Here. Let's see. Block. Hopefully that's the right. Block therapy. Let's see what we've got. Hey, let's ask Alexa. Alexa, what is block therapy?
Here's something I found on Crunchbase. Block Therapy is a company located in Winnipeg, Canada. Their description says, Block Therapy provides body work practice.
Body work practice. I believe in stuff like that. Block therapy is a therapeutic practice that uses wooden blocks to help improve blood flow, posture, and tissue health. Yeah, you know what? It reminds me of, like, what's her name? The lady. That's interesting. It reminds me of the fascia lady. What's her name? Interesting. Yeah, you definitely can see people who look fluffy and their fluid looks full, and then they look less fluidy. If y'all Google it. Yeah, like this before and after. So, like that. So, oh wow, this lady, lower body challenge. Wow, man, this lady had a big transformation. So, yeah, y'all Google it. Interesting. Do you have to do the block or does somebody else? Wow. Yeah, definitely. I bet it has to do with fascia too. What do y'all think? Because the fascia blaster, I think that's the name of it, that does that. It is so cool. Fascia release. Diane Henson. Okay. All right, good. Oh, let me write her name down. Maybe I can look her up. Maybe she'll come talk about it on the show. Diane, double N, Henson. Yeah. Awesome. Good. I love the referrals. Sonia, do you have anything that you can think of that we should learn about? She lives in Canada. Okay. Do you know if she's on the west side of Canada, like the Pacific side, or the East Coast side? I'm going to call these Avanti member events in my notes. Got it here. So I know someone who can talk to us about Ayurveda. That's cool. And then I said Dr. Rawls. He would be good if he would come on. He might be too big time for us. I don't know. He wants to sell some books. I learned about him through my mom. He's an MD. So I believe she's in Ontario. Okay, good. That's on the East Coast side, right? Ontario? Or is that in the middle? I don't know. I don't know Canada that well. Monica, are you in San Antonio? Or are you in Canada? We actually have a Monica in San Antonio. Is that you? By the way, my nephew just moved from there. That's so funny. Look at this shirt. It has like little stitches of the um the embroidery on the. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at all that. That's funny. From all this embroidery, it has the inside stitching. I didn't even notice that before. I love this color. Green is my color because of my eyes. I like green. So this is such a cute shirt. It has so much character. And I like the neck too. It's round and not real close up to my neck. All right, guys. Guess what? What? I used to live in Houston. Okay. All right, Monica. I'm in Virginia. Okay. Monica in Houston. Yeah, I think so. I think I remember that. Um, so you know what I have to do? What time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:13.
Oh, it's 10:13. I'm going to go do my booster bounce. Yes, green is a good Christmas color. Um, Last night I did 15 minutes like at 11 p.m. Can y'all believe that? I've never bounced that late, but it was fine. I did great. I went to sleep and had a really great sleep. I'm drinking my antioxidant tea. This is going to clean my cells on the inside at night while I sleep and have my good cleansing bodily reactions during my nightly sleep. Did you know that your brain does a dump, like rinses at like between 9 and 10? So my brain has already done a dump because it's 9 and 10. What brand of what? What are you asking? What brand of tea? I drink Fortune Delight Sunrider tea. I have the links all over my homepage of my channel for Sunrider. I've been drinking it for since 2001. So what is that? 23 years. Pretty much every day, once a day, I drink my antioxidant tea. Yes. So if you you can email me at the Avanti Wellness Podcast at gmail.com if you want me to send you a link. I like the raspberry Fortune Delight, and I like the cinnamon Calli, and I like the regular flavor of the Calli too. What is this? This is, I think, cinnamon. But what I do is I make it in a pot for the day, and then it kind of sits on my counter, and I just drink it throughout the day. So at the end of the night, if I have some left, I added warm water to this, and then it kind of heats it back up a little bit, and it's just really calming too. Like, it calms my nervous system as well. Yes, Monica, you can order it online. You can be a retail customer. You can be a preferred customer. You get a discount or something. But if they ask you who sent you, tell them Lydia Smith, Avanti Wellness, because they ask that question. So if you go to my links, if you want, I'll put a link in this video when I close it down. So I'll go ahead and add it since we're talking about it so much. But so I have an app. Let me just show you real quick. I have an app on my phone, a Sunrider app, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Okay, so right there, SR. And then I'm gonna send you I'm gonna put in the links, the Raspberry Fortune Delight. Also, the Raspberry Fortune Delight has electrolytes in it. So I was just talking to my friend tonight about, she went to Guatemala, and so like they have a 10-pack. It's like a little stick that you can put in your water, and the raspberry 10-pack. I just would recommend like getting the 10-pack to start, but when I buy them, I pretty much buy like a 60-pack because I know I drink it all the time. So I just buy the bigger quantity one. So I'll go ahead and put that, when I shut this down, I'll put the Fortune Delight link there, and I'll put a cinnamon and a regular. One is a tea bag, and the one, when I make the big jug, I make it in the tea bag per the water because it drains a lot of your fluid. The Fortune Delight is a little packet, and so usually I'll fill up like this much. This is like a beer mug, but I fill up this much of hot water, and then I put my little packet in. So I'll close out and say goodbye, and I'll put all these links in the body of this live video. Okay. Thank you. You know what, y'all? I used to not have like good skin, and it's because of this stuff, the herbal stuff. I'll show y'all. I have pictures of, I used to smoke when I was from the age of like 16 to the age of 30. I smoked, and so my body accumulated in my fat cells toxins. And so when I quit smoking, I have pictures of my face just purging all around here. I had it all underneath here. I had pigmentation damage from people were like giving me facials for my birthday, and they were like, you need to go to the doctor. No, my body was purging the stuff that was in it. So you got to allow if you just put a Band-Aid of pharmaceuticals, cover all that up, your body can't do what it's trying to do. It's trying to cleanse. It's trying to be better. And so I was drinking my teas, and my skin was purging out all that was inside of it, and it was cleaning out. And so my friend and I today, we were just talking about how we're so glad that we don't ever really have to wear makeup anymore, like to cover up blemishes and stuff. Every once in a while, like if I eat some chocolate or something, I will get a blemish. I think I have something. I had something on my face the other day, but it goes away fast, and it's not consistent. It's usually based on diet of something that I did. So no, I'm totally happy with my skin. I also like the moisturizer that I get from Sunrider. It's a deep moisture lotion, and it's made from squalene oil. And so that's what I put on my skin. And I don't use a lot of products. Like, a lot of people buy a bunch of different things. I come from the mindset that you clean your skin from the inside out. So I believe that part of my good skin is not what you put on the top of it. My part of my good skin is what I'm doing every day to clean it. So that's my personal opinion. And you know what? Only time will tell. When I'm 75 and we'll look at these videos, and if I'm 75 years old and I still have good skin, we'll know that it's something I started when I was 30, 35. I found Sunrider when I was about 33 years old, I think, in 2001. So I've been doing this stuff ever since. And my mom had an amazing Sunrider story journey that gave her health for 17 years. So we believe, we're believers. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go put these links up and go booster bounce and then get dressed for my pajamas and go to sleep. So nice chatting with you, Monica and Sonia and everyone else who's out there. Good to see you all. I love when you comment on the videos. And if there's something you want me to talk about or talk more about, anything that you've heard me saying in the comments or on the videos, let me know. I'm happy to talk about things that I just kind of flippantly throw out there, but then maybe you want me to go deeper into something. Okay, so y'all just let me know. All right, Monica, nut. Thank you. It's very clear my skin. Yes, thank you. I'm sitting in front of a light as well, so that helps to highlight the skin. The other part is the coloring, you know, like how's your coloring? So you want to have good blood in your face, right? All right. Good night, everyone. Oh, my battery's going out. Talk to you later, guys. See you later. Bye. Wow.